We need 130 followers, otherwise I'm canceling this whole shit.
Yeah, we need hello
130
subscribe karo,
we
please.
need 130 by the end of tomorrow. Today.
We're doing pretty decent, but no, I think the goal should be 1,000 by
End of the month.
by the end of
November?
the year. By the
Year.
in December.
You gotta set your highs a little bit.
That's like 1 year. Then that'll be 1 year of full podcasting
Okay, fine.
or videoing.
1,000's not bad. Another kari sakte.
Karo subscribe.
Otherwise, then we'll definitely cancel.
Hello.
I'm not fucking dealing with this shit.
No more time. Okay, welcome back to the Sim Singh Show.
Into the band kar la pehlan.
Oh. The situation is so serious. It's just going on its own, okay?
19th time. All right.
Okay.
We need subscribers. First of all, people that are commenting should be subscribing.
Yeah, you can only comment if you subscribe.
Yeah, we're putting in all this effort, you know?
Mr. Kushal Butt.
Yeah, please.
Something.
Kushal.
Whoever's commenting there.
We like the comments.
Yeah.
It's actually good. We actually did read them. I liked them.
They're funny.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to them, so I'm just not replying. But
Yeah, we don't want to go too pro-Khalistani either here. We got to really, walk that tightrope back. We got to be very careful.
yeah. See, the thing is, I can fight about things that I'm knowledgeable. I'm knowledgeable about Khalistan and the movement and everything and all that. I'm not the right person to fight for it.
Yeah, I'll get my cousin to weigh in on those comments. We should get Balru to just watch, just respond to all the comments. He's a comment guy.
He's a comment.
He just sits there all day, just trashing all the pro-Khalistani movement.
Make his lawyer skills,
the
argument skills useful.
Anyways, thanks for the comments. It's good.
Yes,
All
thanks for the comments.
aside.
Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Today's video is going to be a little bit, a little sensitive, one of our listeners, subscribers, sent us a voice clip. Now, this voice clip is very disturbing. Not the fact that she sent us the voice clip, it's what happened and how I don't even know how to respond to it.
Well,
so I kind of want to just dive into this, and we're gonna figure out how we can. Okay.
Well, we should give some context before you're gonna play it quickly.
Yeah. Okay. So the little context from this video.
Yeah.
Okay. One of our subscribers, they basically were going home from work. Okay.
Yeah.
Chose to take a taxi ride. This was after her work. Chose to take a taxi ride. The taxi driver was Punjabi.
Yep.
Okay. He took her from point A to point B, from her work to her house. Okay, dropped her off, and then found it appropriate to start texting her the next morning, or in the middle of the night, started texting her. Mm-hmm. She didn't see it till the next morning, and basically is harassing her. Okay.
Right.
How he got her phone number is from the taxi tablet thing.
Right.
Okay, and you know how they have the numbers? So he got her number from there. And this is some uncle, Punjabi uncle, who has a wife, who has a daughter that's her age. Mm-hmm. Okay? And is basically saying that I want you. And I want you.
Yeah,
I don't care.
The full hardcore press.
The full on stuff. And then so the girl also sent us the photos, the screenshots of everything. She even sent us the photo of the guy. But it is a police investigation right now, so we're not going to be able to release the photos.
We'll release it
names.
after the investigation starts.
but she sent us receipts. She sent us all that stuff. And it's just such a creepy way to deal with this.
So let's play it.
So let's play this, listen to this, and there's no names or anything involved, just because she can't mention them. But it is true, it happened, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yes, Warren, I hope you're doing okay. So I just wanted to pass this message, you know, just to create an awareness. I don't think it's just me, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਜਾਂ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੋਊਗਾ. Like it's pretty uncomfortable state. So recently what happened was I was just done with the work. ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੇਰੀ coworker ਸੀ and there was one of the bouncers with us. And ਮੇਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੈਗਾ it's like in downtown.
I did speak with her and asked her what exactly when she means bouncer and stuff. So their security at their job,
yeah.
they have the obligation or they have a duty to make sure that these workers get home safe.
Right.
They have that program, so because it is late night in downtown, so.
And then ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਕਿ we are always like, you know, we always clock out and we get a taxi by that time. But this time we just thought कि ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ co-worker ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਏਦਾਂ walk ਕਰਕੇ drop ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ and then me and then the bouncer like we'll together book a cab and we'll go home. So it was like around 2 o'clock. We dropped her home because ਉਹ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਹੀ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ drop ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ I decided to call the taxi. So I'm not gonna say the name but I called this particular company for their cab and the guy who picked the cab came to pick us up and मेरे cab the distance तो ते मेरे घर तो like it was just like 3 minutes. उन 3 minutes के अंदर the basic valuable thing to say to the driver is to hello and thank you until unless they wanna talk about your day, you know. Once in a while you do talk but then also depends कि अपन की गल कर रहे हैं. Basically it's always about, you know, day-to-day things. So I just said hello and thank you to this person. मैं थोड़ा जिन face recognize कर पा रही थी. Usually when I do go in the cabs or in kind of taxi, I make sure कि मैं number plate पढ़ा या मैं taxi number पढ़ा and I do know the information of the person just in case some mishappening happens. So on that day because I was with the bouncer, I didn't really felt like, you know, I'm okay, I'm comfortable. So I don't need to really check on his number plate or anything. So this guy dropped me, everything goes well, I go home. Next day, I randomly get a message by saying, hey, how are you? The guy started flirting with me. And I got scared. I'm like, I don't know who's this guy. क्योंकि मैं अपना नंबर किसी ने दिया नहीं है. मेरा काम इधर है कि I meet so many people in one day. And there's always a chance that people do talk and they do ask for the number. Now here's my catch. When ਜਦੋਂ I'm at work, मैं कोशिश करनी है I always put that as a policy कि मैं अपना number share नहीं करना. Either I'll share on social media or something else, but number is never the to-go option. So I was sure कि ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਬੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਤੋਂ, ਇਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦਾ outside of my work. And then this guy is not stopping and he's like, you know, back to back flirting.
She works in a restaurant, basically. And I don't know if we want to continue. Do you want to continue to the part, or I'm going to forward it a little bit?
Just forward it a little bit,
because this is also a 15-minute audio.
Yeah,
right?
no,
So,
we're not in motion till that.
Yeah.
जाना मेरे काम को, ये मुझे जाना outside of my work. And then this guy is not stopping and he's like, you know, back to back flirting. फिर मैं थोड़ा सा गुस्से से आके बोली कि sorry, I don't know who you are. And then he's like, कोशिश करो, याद करने की कोशिश करो, मैं थोड़ा मिले हैं, you know. I'm like, I'm not sure who you are, but you know what, this is too much because you are actually bothering my personal space and you know ये बिल्कुल भी comfortable नहीं लग रहा. So if you don't tell me who you are, I'm gonna call the cops. मैं चाहती थी बंदा block भी कर सकती थी, but blocking wasn't the right option because you know I need to know who this person is. क्योंकि मैं block ते कर दूँगी, which is okay, but then the next time he's gonna text me from another number or you know मेरे काम पे आ सकता सी, मैंने नहीं पता सी उधर तक. तो मेरे काम का address नहीं पता क्योंकि मैं कभी भी काम और you know text नहीं करती थी.
That's usually the first response for everybody is like, okay, the guy's flirting, you know, whatever. You don't want to talk to him, you block him. That's it, right?
Yeah, block भी बंदा कर सकता है, but then you if you're also making an assumption that he's going to message from another number, I think that's also maybe he wouldn't have, right?
But जिद्दां वो conversation जा रही है ना, जिद्दां उन्होंने message किया उन्होंने कि भी we'll put it on the screen here. Basically वो कह रहा है कि भी he doesn't care तो पुलिस ने कॉल कर ला है, security ने कॉल कर ला है, right? जब उन्हें block भी कर लेंदी ना, he would have still figured though if he was really like not
Yeah.
care about the police and stuff, he was
I think-
gonna go to the next level.
I feel like that's the first option. Everything else besides that is assumptions.
yeah,
Right. And
Yeah.
it's not fact. He might have, that's just guessing at this point. Is it a highly likelihood? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I think the first thing, and to squash it, is to block.
yeah,
Because it does
Block the
end
number.
the communication instead of leaving that door open, I think,
Mm-hmm.
to like them keep messaging. But you're right. Like if the person is aggressive and has that tendency, they will find another way. But I think with these types of people, blocking them kind of like shuts that off
Yeah.
to some degree. And then they'll just be like, okay, it's done now. Instead of the more you like engage them, it just gets worse, which it did.
Yeah.
So instead of just blocking him and being like, okay, that's done now, then if he messaged, then you can. If he messaged from a different number, it would have just been where she was in the first place.
Yeah.
So then what's the harm? There's no harm.
Yeah.
But you can't assume that the guy's going to message you from another
different
number and
phone.
then keep engaging with him. That doesn't work either.
Yeah.
Or keep saying, stop bothering me. Like, telling somebody to stop bothering you isn't going to get them to stop bothering you. Already bande da dimag thoda ja hil aaya. So
Yeah.
like simple things like you're in my space, it's going to fall on deaf ears. He's not going to listen, obviously. And he wasn't listening,
no,
right?
No.
My thoughts just on that, I think the best thing to do if you're in that spot is to just block.
Yeah.
And then, we'll see what happens after that.
So exactly how the way you just thought about this is what the way I thought about this when it first came up. And I asked her, why didn't you just block the person?
Yeah.
And she says that I wasn't doing anything wrong, right? It shouldn't be on me to be blocking people. It should be on the people to not even taking my phone number from if she had access to that phone number, if she had given that phone number, ja unne ditta hunda na phone number, and then the conversation started, it would have made sense.
ਇਹ ਗਲਤ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ
He took the phone
Yeah,
number.
ਪਰ ਇਹਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਸੈਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ like why do I have to take the burden on me to block somebody? First of all, you don't have to go to like the police station, take half a day out. It's literally 4 clicks.
Yeah, no,
So I think that's not the right.
no,
like,
the way,
you know what I mean?
what she's trying to say. Actually, I think she says it in this part here. 1 second.
नहीं करता सी बोला कि मेरे काम का एड्रेस पता है क्योंकि मैं कभी भी काम टैक्सी में बुक की थी सी आई ऑलवेज बुक्ड इट आउट ऑफ वर्क एरिया and then he's texting and I was getting ready for work and I'm like just fuck it, I don't want to talk about it and I didn't thought of it the all day. So when I got home in the middle of the night, he texted again, hi, are you angry? And then I'm like it फिर मैंने थोड़ा लॉजिकल होके चलना चाहिए क्योंकि जो मैंने इस बंदे की इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए आई नीड टू बी वेरी माइंडफुल ऑफ इट.
So so here,
There
this is where it was like,
I know it's going there. I've already been there. It's fine. Just go there. Carla.
here is where I was like a little bit like, okay, at that point you didn't have to.
No, of course not. And this takes me
Doing
back
that.
to my first point.
Yeah.
ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ I'm sorry to say drama. ਭਾਵੇਂ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਾਂ ਕੁੜੀ ਹੋਵੇ. It doesn't matter. At that point, now you're in the rat's nest with the person.
Yeah.
Now you're not doing things that are actually the right things to do. Now you're like, okay, you're pretty much playing into the game now. Game to start hogi si already.
Okay.
You could have ended the game.
Yes.
But now you're like, you continued on. I'm not saying it's her fault by any means.
No.
I'm saying that there's better ways to handle it instead of now starting to be like, oh, I need to play this
smartly.
Just like she said it, I need to play this in a better way. And I'm assuming she probably said something to him. Right?
Basically, she's trying to, like, in the messages, she's just saying, like, who is this? Who are you?
Right.
How have you met before? Right? She just didn't go and just block the person, right?
Yeah.
She tried to get information. The guy
Yeah.
took it as initiative to start sending her pictures himself.
Like nude pictures?
No, just like
face
pictures. Like, this is me. Like,
This
all
is like
this
Chris
stuff.
Hansen.
So
and
he
the
just kind of
Predator
he kind of just gave himself in and like just gave his own information out. Like, he sent out his full ID and stuff.
Oh my
like,
God.
like
driver's license and passport?
his name and like age and everything. And he's like, I want to, okay. Here's the thing. I don't want to say we don't want to jump into victim blaming, like blaming.
No, we're not
victim.
blaming her, but there's better ways to handle it.
There was better ways to handle it,
Yeah.
right?
But it's definitely the
Now,
guy's problem.
You being in the whole rights here, the guy's in the wrong.
100%.
100%. Like
Yeah.
this is harassment at a certain point, which is what
100%.
he's being charged for.
Yeah.
But the fact that the person is okay with texting you in the middle of the night and you don't reply, right? You let it go, and he the only thing that she was worried about is that he knew where she works and he knew where she lives, and she's an international.
It could be scary,
student.
yeah.
She's an international student.
Yep.
So for her, even if she blocks him, what if he shows up to her work?
Yeah, it's
and
scary
I know the what
because
ifs,
he could be crazy, so
But-
you don't know what he would actually do, you know?
and that's the crazy part because he actually did show up to her work the next week, even after dealing with the cops.
Pick up
the other people, thinking that and that's where the whole arrest and stuff happened. So I don't want to give away the whole audio here, but
So pretty much let's just hear it again.
I'll skip it here.
What I'm replying. So I said, I know I'm not angry, but ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੌਣ ਹੋ? And then this guy sent his pictures to me. First picture I couldn't recognize.
That's all it took.
I'm like, oh shit. this is
Going
the
out to see.
tiger.
Going out to see, here you go.
ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ. But the thing is, the only thing I said was hello and thank you. That is the only thing. And then I'm like, मैं फिर क्या मैं कि is it ethical enough for you कि तुसी मेरा account मेरा number name सारा कुछ pull out करके you are just texting me out of nowhere and crossing your work policy.
Yeah, so that again, right off, because you're taking somebody else's phone number from a work thing,
Yeah.
especially in the taxi cab business, and that's work policy. You're breaking work policy there, right? So that's what she's just talking about.
And he's like कि नहीं this and that पसंद करदा है ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਨੇ फालतू ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਰਨੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਤੀ. There was no threat or harassment, but this guy didn't stop. This guy was very arrogant. ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇਦਾਂ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਟੈਕਸਟ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਰਿਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਦੂਗੀ, But then the mentality is wrong. That was completely uncomfortable for me. क्योंकि ਹੁਣ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਦਾ ਐਡਰੈਸ ਵੀ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ. He knows about everything about me and he also has my number. ਤਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ मैंने ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ okay ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਟਣਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ. Next day I called the police. Police called him and he admitted that he was the one. He admitted that he was the one who texted me first. Arrogantly ਇਹਨੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ text ਕੀਤਾ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਹੀ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਨੂੰ text ਕੀਤਾ. But she was the one who started flirting with me.
So he told the cops that she's the one that started flirting with him to get out of it.
Right. And then
ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਗੱਲ ਦੱਸੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਹਾਸਾ ਨਾ ਰੁਕੇ 3 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਡਰਾਈਵ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਫਲਰਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਔਨ ਟਾਪ ਆਫ ਦੈਟ ਆਈ ਡੋਂਟ ਨੋ ਯੂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਫਲਰਟ ਕਰੂੰਗੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦੀ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਨੰਬਰ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਟੈਕਸਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਹੋ ਐਂਡ ਲੈਟ ਮੀ ਟੈਲ ਯੂ ਦਿਸ ਗਾਈ ਇਜ਼ ਮੈਰਿਡ ਹੀ ਹੈਜ਼ ਕਿਡਸ ਮੇਰੀ ਏਜ ਦੀ ਡਾਟਰ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਾਅਦ 'ਚ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗੀ ਇਹ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ
He's basically an uncle.
great.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I want to continue playing the whole.
Yeah, we don't need
this.
to
It
listen.
just just goes into.
on,
We'll put up the photos and stuff, the screenshots, and you guys can determine it from yourselves. But
I think this story happens like खास तौर पे अपने community ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ if you look at Basi's show in Brampton, like, or Toronto, like, this is all you hear though, right? Like, all you hear is these types of relationships or inappropriate behavior by like guys that have kids or are married, and it's rampant in our community, I feel.
yeah, so I don't think that like this is normal. Like men, obviously the way that Bollywood has brought up a lot of Indian and Punjabi men, like the whole characteristic of if you're gonna chase the girl, you're gonna chase the girl, you might actually win her over, right?
You think it's Bollywood?
That's Bollywood, bro.
I think
You don't
it's
think it's Bollywood?
Punjabis that are just like super inappropriate. I don't know why.
No,
though.
when their mandir is just like hanging out.
Yeah.
They're just hanging out like catcalling women.
Yeah.
Right? Eventually in Bollywood, that's exactly what happens. It's like they catcall in movies,
Right.
And then eventually the girl wins her over. Like DDLJ, bro. That's the whole thing. Is the guy?
Yeah, but
screws
do you
her
think
out.
this guy watches those movies and then actually like?
Not just this guy, but that's
Yeah.
the mentality. And
Yeah, maybe there's some truth to that. Maybe yeah.
it's like, yeah, you know, you get denied once and that's it. You call it a day, move on with your lives, and go find some other chick to bug. But this guy just took it to the next level where he's just messaging her over and over, and then to the point where now she's just scared of where to go because she doesn't know anybody.
Mac, what would you do?
You go to the police.
What would you do
Do what?
in this situation?
Well, like if I was her,
Yeah,
block him.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just end it right there.
yeah.
But what if she shows up to your work?
But again, assumptions. You can't what if. What if I slapped you in the head? Like you would punch me back. That's an assumption.
That's
Yeah,
true.
You can't go on assumptions.
One thing I've realized is there's always what ifs. You can't just keep.
I think Apne Loki love to play this. It's not her. I just feel like there's lots of drama with it. Huh?
Big boss.
Big Boss. Big Boss is shows that actually create this type of gun. Not like DDLJ. That's like a nice love story.
Yeah, it is a nice love story.
Don't ruin DDLJ. ਉਹਨੇ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ.
I'm not ruining it. I'm just saying.
But Big Boss is the drama. But ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਯਾਰ drama ਹੈ ਹੀ ਬਹੁਤ. I'm sorry to say. There's lots of drama.
There is.
Right? Like he said, if this happens to anybody, if anybody's watching this, hope there's lots of people watching this. Not if, when somebody's watching this, just block the person. You don't need to get entangled into the back and forth and all that minutia. Just block them and then see what happens. But don't start to get into the games of what if. And I know there's a fear factor too. Sure, he could be a crazy guy though. You know,
He is a crazy guy.
he is a crazy guy.
He got arrested at the end of the thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll
Yeah.
just go for the voice thing. He got arrested because again, the week after he showed up, had a confrontation with the manager of the taxi company, and then got arrested. He's being charged. The cops showed up to his house. It's a whole
That's
thing.
embarrassing, man. For
It's
his
a whole
family.
thing.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. Because, yeah,
So
you're
embarrassing.
married, right, and you're doing this now. Not to say you got to blame every taxi company.
No,
or every
of course
taxi
not.
guy.
No.
Not every taxi guy is the same.
No,
we
no,
have
of
some
course-
great. My
of
dad used to be a
course not,
taxi
of course
driver,
not.
so I can say that, like, you know, it's not every taxi guy, right? They're there for our safety, and you know, the safe ride home was a taxi at that time, especially in downtown,
Right.
right? It's just unfortunate that there are some guys in that fleet that might have just, you know, been able to take, and it's happened so many times,
does
man, especially in
happen
Winnipeg.
quite a bit,
You
yeah.
hear about taxi guys all the
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
right?
That's true.
So it's just so annoying when it's like, if even like it's your own,
Yeah.
you know, like you're an uncle, you should see this girl as a daughter,
Yeah.
and who just needs a safe ride home,
Yeah.
rather than going and figuring that you're gonna have a chance, or you think that she's some type of girl just because she works at a restaurant
Right.
and is going home,
Right.
right? She's alone in the city. She doesn't know anybody. Again, not just her, but every other international student that's here, or any other girl that's here, or any other person. Not just our community, but every community.
Yeah.
It happens with all of them. The reason why we're bringing this up, and the reason why we wanted to bring this up, is because we wanted to just make sure that you, like men, understand that is not okay. All right? It's not okay to just, if she messages, she doesn't reply, that doesn't mean just keep harassing her.
Yeah. Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Right? Understand that, and you might not even have to deal with half of the things, and maybe women will feel more comfortable around you, you know?
Yep.
So I don't know how much more we can harp on it. If you guys have your own stories about this, or if this has happened to you, make sure you comment or DM us, and you guys want us to talk about it, we can. I don't think we did justice to what the conversation is.
It seemed like it was a very
hard.
bad conversation.
Right.
Yeah. It seemed like it went pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it can go any way. I think like we don't know exactly, you know, how we can deal with this. But if you guys have any ideas or want suggestions, comment down below. Add, right?
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add on this?
No. But just
No?
yeah. I mean, I think the most dangerous thing to do is to actually engage with these types of people, because you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Instead of kind of stopping it and then seeing what happens, I think the more, if you're fearing for your safety on one hand, in the sense that he knows my home address and my work address. If you're that fearful, let's just say, then you can't be not fearful engaging with the person. You have to pick one side, I feel. So if you're really scared, like sachi banda darya hunda, right? Or you don't play those types of games, especially with like talking to the guy and then you try to get some like information out of him. I get like the thought process behind it, but I feel like if you're scared of him to the point where he has your address and he knows where you work, then you don't do those things. Then you just call the police right away or you block him. So those I think are the better steps instead of trying to like, catch him in some type of thing. Or I mean, at the end of the day, he's gonna get what he deserves anyways, which is what's happening, right?
Yeah.
But you have to just be careful because I feel that the more you engage with them, the more crazier they get.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't gonna come to your house and stuff before, he's coming now because now you've started that conversation with him.
Yeah.
And I feel like why even? It's like poking the bear, right?
Yeah.
He's saying things, you're like avoiding it, saying, who are you, all these things, instead of just being like, I don't know this guy, block, and you're done. Now you've spent the next 2-3 days getting stressed out, messaging him back, seeing his messages, stressing you out more, you're getting more scared, So again, I think I agree with Mac, just have to block it instead of trying to fix them or like trying to get information out of them. If you're scared, then you go that way. You can't really do both.
Yeah.
But I sympathize with her. I'm not trying to blame her. I'm just saying there's just better ways to like handle it. And there's going to be other guys out there too. So you have to just, do the right thing.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
For me, the biggest thing is accountability, right? Punjabi man, you guys have, every man, not just Punjabi man, sorry. Every man has an accountability towards how they act towards certain people and especially the other gender. Everything can go anyway. Like right now, SA, like sexual assault cases are just through the roof.
Right.
Even from the smallest case. And most of the time, it's men are at fault.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it's the smallest thing, it's still an accountability thing, right?
Yeah.
And so it is on the cojones is on like every man to make sure that they hold accountability towards their actions in any way.
Yeah.
Right? If the girl doesn't want explicit pictures of themselves, or
why do guys just start sending pictures, man? Did you ever do that? Just kidding.
That's a conversation for another time.
Hold on a second. Listen, just quickly. I don't send pictures. I don't know why we're talking about Punjabi guys here. So why Punjabi bande feel that sending pictures is, first of all, like, any Sony, like you're not like Salman Khan walking around, okay? He's a good looking guy. You're not that. So you're just some guy, a random guy who's married with kids. Like you're not some type of model. Like you would send pictures like that. So why are you sending pictures?
He looks like Gabbar from Sholay, bro. Honestly, the picture.
I feel like Punjabi guys think that they're a lot better looking than they actually
They
are.
might be, yeah.
And
They
then they
just
think that like,
check.
okay, like me sending pictures is gonna make her be like, oh, this guy. Oh, okay, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Like, the chances of that happening are very slim.
The explicit pictures.
No, and then did he send explicit pictures too?
He didn't, but there's people that
I'm kind of disappointed. That's crazy. Yeah, don't send pictures. Just galla karniya, galla karo, and then if she says no, stop, but don't send pictures, man. That's the worst.
If y'all want to learn how to flirt with girls,
No. It's no.
You want lessons?
Here. It's true too. It's true.
Learn better. Maybe like teach yourself how to talk to women better. I don't know. Be more comfortable. You don't need to go start sending explicit pictures of yourself.
Especially if you're married, man. Like with a kid, that's just like wrong. Anyways, that's it. Done.
Yeah.
Huh?
Boundaries. There you go. Create some boundaries for yourselves.
Yeah.
And if the girl doesn't want it, then she don't want it, bro.
Yeah. Move on.
Okay.
Punjabi men, actually Indian men.
Yeah.
Quickly here, because I've seen it so much. Do not like the word no, man. Holy smokes. Yeah. That's an episode. Punjabi guys, Indian guys, if you tell them no, it's like the worst thing for them. They can't handle the I don't know what it is.
It's just like something that it hurts their ego.
It hurts their ego so much.
It hurts their ego that how could she say no to me?
And they get so fixated with it too.
Way
Anyways.
too fixated.
Anyways,
that's where
comment and subscribe on this. Let's
Yeah.
get some feedback, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, let's get feedback. Subscribe, please. Hit that subscribe button. It's doing
Hit
good
the
for
bell
us.
icon. is that still a thing?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah.
Bell icon.
Yeah.
Notifications.
Turn the notifications on.
Notifications.
Hit the subscribe button. Let's get some awareness. If you
Yeah.
have stories you want to share, and we can talk about it on here, send
Yeah,
it.
Insta, DM us or.
Hey, good on the girl though. Good on the subscriber. Like she's
Yeah.
gonna watch this probably, but
For sure.
good on her for reaching out, letting us know.
She's
what's
definitely
going
gonna
on.
hate me.
No.
We go get I did it. Yeah,
No.
but thanks for sending your story because it is hard to send us those types of things.
Yeah.
Or get it out there, but
So
yeah.
yeah, thanks for sending that because it definitely helps us and it does bring awareness. Whether
does,
it's it starts a
100%.
conversation in one way or another,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
Other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe. Peace.